Hello everybody, welcome to CFC TV. I'm joined by the wonderful Charlie the Hurricane Skillen. However, it's not the best of mornings. Obviously we have to travel to Leicester later today. But I thought I'd come around Charlie's house because, as you all know, there were reports about Diego Costa last night.
Yeah, I even made Sophie a cup of tea, but she didn't even
drink. I didn't really want tea, no. But more importantly, this, obviously when I first heard, it's not the best news. However, it's all gone a bit skew-if. They're saying that he's not travelled to Leicester with the team. Then he's posting on Instagram a picture when it all broke out saying, "Come on Chelsea," with a blue heart emoji. So Charlie, what the hell's going on?
Right, well this story broke kind of late on Friday afternoon, and yeah, it was a shock. It was a shock. You know, everything's been, apart from the Tottenham game, everything's been pretty rosy at Chelsea for a few months. So as we all know, something had to go wrong at some point.
Of course.
But look, what's happened is that Costa is locked in an argument with Conte and his fitness staff about his fitness. So Costa believes he is carrying a lower back injury, which he links to his hamstring problems. Now we know that since we've had Costa, and even before we had Costa, he's had bad trouble with his hamstrings. He's always, you know, in fact this is kind of the first season where he's not really had a hamstring injury. He believes that he's carrying a lower back injury. He believes that the intense fitness regime that Conte puts his players under is making that worse. And yeah, like a situation has developed where Costa...
Apparently now he's going to China. I mean, for God's sake.
Chill out.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? But the news is it's 30 million.
Well, look, I mean, our source of the Mail believe his agent is in China. Whether, you know, I want to calm down people a little bit, saying like, oh, he's going to leave like tomorrow, he's going to leave in January. I don't believe that to be the case. The club, for example, still feel this can be resolved amicably. Costa, as we know, is prone to these kind of like disagreements and arguments. That's just who he is. Like it's all gone a little bit too smoothly for Costa this season.
Yeah, and it's strange as well. I mean, I would. You'd be a little bit worried, wouldn't you? But he's having banter with Conte on the sidelines. They clearly don't have an absolutely awful relationship.
No, of course not. And also, you know, he's been in the form of his life this season. He's the Premier League top scorer. He's scored 14 goals. But you know, it's just one of these situations that arises, you know, throughout the season. And I believe it can be resolved. I think Costa thinks it can be resolved, really, and the club certainly think it can be resolved.
I think his little post on Instagram sort of shows a little bit of sentiment, doesn't it, anyway, so...
Yeah, exactly. I think that was kind of like a little bit of a message to the fans.
Just say, calm yourself.
Yeah, chill out,
that's what I mean. I don't like it when all these reports come out, because everyone likes to make such a big deal out of it, and suddenly you've got some reporters and pundits saying, oh, this is great news for Liverpool, Man United and everyone. It's like, shut up. Number one, we're not a one-man team. Everyone's performed brilliantly. We've got Hazard. You know, everyone's performing brilliantly. So, and it doesn't mean anything at all. Doesn't mean that we're not going to be 5 points clear tomorrow. Like, what the hell?
Fingers crossed. Look, I mean, like I said, I don't want people to completely lose their minds over one story and think that Costa's going to leave tomorrow, because it's just not the case. I think that this can be resolved, and Costa will be the player we all know he is. He's just in this disagreement. Look, it's a story, and it's a good story, and it's, you know, it's
everyone to get hyped up about.
It's a story that gets people excited. But also, you know, I don't think that it means he's going to leave Chelsea tomorrow. It turns out that, you know, that he didn't travel with the team to Leicester. Whether he ends up playing at Leicester or not, I'm not so sure. We're off there in a bit. But he didn't travel with the team on Friday, where they all flew up there. Why did they fly, by the way? I'm getting a train that takes like an hour.
To be fair, I probably would.
if you could.
If I had the choice, maybe I could fly.
Our helicopter's coming in a minute, so...
Yes, our helicopter is coming, so that's all we've got time for now. No, I'm joking, but I hope that sort of gives you guys an idea of what's going on. We're off to Leicester now. Make sure you look out for Charlie and Rory's vlog. That will be up later this evening. Let's hope we come in with 3 points whoever plays. Come on, you Blues.
Come on, Chelsea.